What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Now we're working on our Maverick today. If you guys don't know, we just picked this thing up about a month ago. 2021 Maverick XMR. Thing's awesome. But in today's video, we are going to be doing a, kind of a DIY roof on it. I've looked at the roofs you can buy. They're anywhere between, $300 to $600. Canadian from what I found. So we're gonna do a different option. So what I got here, this is 3/16 aluminum, so 3/16 thickness. This is a 4x8 sheet. This sheet of aluminum alone cost me $135. So that plus we're gonna have a little bit of hardware and then just the time to cut, fit, and whatever. So it should end up costing, right around that $150 mark. But what I want to do, if you guys don't know this new Maverick, they have kind of a stepped roll cage, so it's not actually round tubing. It's got a notch here. So it's got a notch on the front edge, kind of where your windshield would sit. And then on the back end, it's got that same kind of step deal going on. So I'm sure they do that because this will be a lot stronger in theory, depending on how that's formed. But if you look, you can see that we're already getting tree scrapage and whatnot. So all the roofs I found, a lot of them overhang. Now, I'll kind of just try and slide this just as a reference right now. But lots of them, they'll come and they'll bend over and you'll have, the roof will sit out. I don't like that just because we're going to have stuff sliding and I don't want an edge to catch at the top and rip the roof off, right? So what I was thinking, and I haven't seen this personally yet. There's lots of social media and forums and stuff, so it could be out there. I'm not saying this is the first time this has been done, but this is how I want to do it. But if you look here, with having that step, we can put our aluminum right in this groove. Now, it'll sit a little tall right here because it's got to go over your mount, but then we'll bend it back down. So we'll have a spot where it's just above, won't be bad, but the rest, it'll sit nice and flush. So it'll actually be fairly close to, the same height as what our bar is there. And then, we'll come to the back here and do little wings and have coverage so it sticks out maybe an inch or two behind this rear bar. So, kind of just showing you guys a quick overview of what we're going to be doing today. I got to get a bunch of measurements. Now, if you look at it, it is skinnier at the front, or like down here is wide, and then it narrows up, and then it gets wider. So with that, I want to have the full 48 inches long. So kind of by what I've thought is it'll roll down and then we'll have a visor to about here, which should be good. We'll still have lots of vision, whatnot. So I'm going to set this up. I'm going to have to start marking out measurements. Once I get measurements, I'll just tell you guys quick in case you're doing this at home along with this video. And so I'll get set up and get to work. Okay, so we went ahead, we marked this out, what we got for widths. Of course, at the front, so this will be the top, this blue shiny stuff. It's just a film, it'll come off. But our front, we need to be 39.5 inches long, or wide. So we took, I marked the center line all the way up the sheet. I then centered our marks off of that. I know I could move this whole thing over and save more material, but I don't need this material. So I'd rather just have strips and then, I'll probably use those sometime else. But 39.5 inches at this front edge. And then you go up to our front bar. So that's that crossbar right there. We need to be 39 and 5/8 wide. So that's what there is there. Now these measurements, like this 34, that's going from the back. Kind of that's just where I measured from. So coming from the back, the rear bar, or not the rear bar, but the rear structure where it bolts to the front of the cage, that I want 9 inches from the back. So that's this mark, 41.5 or 41 3/4 is our measurement. And then of course 39 5/8, 39.5. So it does get narrow as it comes ahead. From this bar to this bar, the curve is a lot less. So as you can see, we dotted, traced the line, and then it goes out to the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting this. I have grinders here. I also have a jigsaw. I might try the jigsaw, but honestly, I'll probably just do it with the grinder. It really won't take that long. We'll bang this out, and then yeah, we'll get to mounting this thing. So I went ahead, I did our initial cut. You know, this thing actually turned out really good. We're inlaid on this side. We're just up on this side. Now this was just the rough cut. I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna use a blending disc, smooth out both sides. That should make that actually be able to drop in. We're kind of sitting where we should be with all our lines. And then this is the back that we're gonna have. I might end up doing and getting some like little corners welded on here, like little fins. I'm not sure yet. But that's kind of the look that I wanted, just with it being the way it is now. I might even just kind of round the corners off. You know, we got lots to decide there. Or we could even, you know, follow our sides just out and then just have the lip at the back. But for the most part, I'm liking how it's looking. And then of course, when we go to bolt it, there's the factory bolt holes right here. So that'll be perfect for the front. At this front spot for the back. For the back, it'll take a little bit more to get it bolted down. There's a hole right here, so we might drill that out and go through that. Yes, you're not supposed to drill through ROPS, but really, I don't think what we're gonna do will really affect our structure much. Or, you know, I could do some stuff back here, but we'll have to get that figured out once we're through. And then it kind of sucks because it kind of rolls at the back, but yeah, so we'll do that. And then once we're bolted down and kind of cleaned up, then we'll take this, we'll roll it and try and get it to match as best as possible in here. All right, so we got our bolts in. These are not the bolts are gonna stay in here. I'm gonna actually get some nice smooth top, like round off ones, just, you know, make it a little more aesthetically pleasing. So we got our 2 bolts in the front here. And then we did 2 on the back. Just kind of going through the roll bar. You know, it's not the ideal thing to do, but it's what we're gonna do. I might even do rib nuts. I just have to get them just to make it look a little bit cleaner. But so far, so forth. Looking good. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try and start rolling over this front piece. This might get interesting. I went ahead. I tried to bend it the way I wanted to. I thought maybe, you know, this would be thin enough that I could just push down on here and it would actually follow the curve. This is super stiff, and if I push down too much, it might bend in the wrong place. So what I did is I marked from the end here. I marked it 7, 9.5, and then 12. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna on the bottom side, we're actually gonna make slight marks with the grinder. We're just gonna cut straight across. Now, all that's gonna do is give it a place to bend, and we'll have 3 points it'll bend, and then it pretty much gets flat in here, so it'll be able to just pull right down. But we'll give it just a place to bend. That's all we're gonna do. And really, this piece is not much structural. I was actually up on top of this. This is a very, very strong roof as it is, so we're gonna take just that little bit out. Now, yes, this is 3/16 thick. Lots of these, they're like 100 thou. So like 16th, under 16th of an inch material. So we're 3 times as thick, almost a little bit more than what you would buy. So lots of strength, and that's what I wanted just in case we do roll, because then we have protection with the roof so we don't have to worry about shit coming through and, you know, harming us being inside. I'm gonna pull this off. I'll make our marks. We'll set it back up. We'll bend it over and show you guys what I meant by this. So I've already pulled it off. We did our cuts. I'm just trying to show you guys. See our lines there? So we're just giving it a 0.2 fracture. I should be able to push down here now and that thing will bend. I had to massage our roof. Those cuts I had to do again, do just a lot deeper, trying to get it to bend the way I wanted. It's actually looking really, really good now. It's kind of got a little bit of a bow in it. I'm gonna try and get that straightened. Or what I might do is cut it, open it up just a little bit so it's just not flat right across. But I don't know. It's looking good. It is kind of bowing up top, so I will have to work this, try and get it bent a lot more, just so it'll lay flat on top still. But just kind of wanted to show you guys a progress report. And then of course I just got straps holding it tight just till I get the bend right. But yeah, we'll do a quick sit in it just so you guys kind of see what we're going after. So I don't know, I think that still has quite a lot of view in it, and then we just have such a nice roll on here. I might have to hit in here with a hammer, just try and get it to bend in the center. And then to pull this tight, I just was using a come along, and I'll have to just work back and forth with the come along on it. But that's kind of where we're at so far. So we're getting really close to being done. I'm gonna end up just leaving this nice and flat like this. Maybe eventually I'll go back and you know, kind of round it out or give it some contours. But for the front, I made up these little hooks. You know, I dropped one, good job. They're not overly big, but what these do, conveniently, on this cage, there's a hole there. So they just hook in, and then we'll run our hardware through, and that'll suck this nice and tight. And then there's just no drilling on the A-pillars. I'm not overly worried drilling on the back bar there, but I don't want to, you know, possibly jeopardize the structure of the A-pillar. So go ahead, I'll install these. I gotta pull all the blue stuff off, and then what I want to do is I'm actually gonna brush it, go over it, and just absolutely brush it over with just a wire wheel. Try and get it to match our nice rims here. And if it doesn't work out, well, of course, you know, I'd want to paint it, but it's just too cold, and I'd rather get it powder coated so it looks better. So we'll go ahead and pop this off, and then yeah, we'll do what we need to do and get this all done. Show you guys what's down here. There's our brushed aluminum. Now it could look pretty dark with a clear coat on it, I think, but I don't know, I'm kind of leading to getting it painted. Let me know in the comments below. We got it on, it's all bolted up. Now it's actually turned out quite good. Now what you guys think? It's not 100% perfect, but this is the first time we're doing this. Now with what I got into it, we're 140 bucks. So really, I could run this, and then if I wanted to, I could always build a second one and make it better. But I think we're gonna just run this. We'll probably get it painted, I think, and then yeah. So nice big visor on it. I like that. And then I don't know what we're gonna do with the back, but for what we need, it'll get the job done. And then of course, when you're sitting in it, That's about eye level, so still lots of room. But now we, you got that good protection. Like I said, I gotta get some shorter bolts. I know, yes, we're a little long in places, but there we go. We're going for a ride tomorrow, or that's the plan anyways, so come back next video, will be that ride. So we're gonna get some footage and have a lot of fun, and then yeah, we'll get to see how that roof turned out. But thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.